coming up on 2nd and 7.
Prescott off play action. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Bond going to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Gibson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On the Jets sweep, here's Grant. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
And it's caught. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mond. And this is incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Mond. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this 1st quarter. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
6-0 our score after 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Sam Sloman for the PAT.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Mond.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the play.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has made this a one-score game.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Y'all still in games, or we not in the end?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. Throwing left side.
I'm in here, just waiting for y'all.
Yeah. After this game, I'm good.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Shit. Yo, Mem, who won that game yesterday?
From the red zone now, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
Y'all playing each other?
A bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Son Corey couldn't pull away.
Now, second and goal. And again, it's Prescott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And this one is right through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mond slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Powering his way forward. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mond. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Have any of y'all played the Cavs
yet?
yet?
Second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that.
There's some nigga on the Cavs. His name is Osmond. Bro, that nigga got the green. That nigga got that green light, bro. He hit 6 threes on me, bro. That's why I lost the game. Green too, like.
Turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's
and he was ODing with Garland.
But you know it's standard for
I lost to the Cavs, and I lost to the Wizards.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington
Wizards, that nigga know Bradley Beal for him. Bradley Beal got the green light.
Perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
He shoots from deep with 3 too. Like he don't even go up to the line, bro. Like,
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Off the play fake, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him. So they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
Returnable for Grant, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 1 second, all that remains. Here's Gibson on the read option. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
I'm just having a fantastic game. My shit just crashed.
Set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
No, you can't let it happen.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Control fire.
No
Just
gain
not
on
at
the
one
play,
time.
and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain.
You beat the Suns, Corey?
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. Pushes him over, and they're able to get this
Well, how
one
much? A lot?
across the 35. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Was he fouled out
there on the 3rd down play, and we're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mond. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Mond. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And down inside the 15.
Down in the fourth or not?
2 catches in the first half. Now
What's
he's got a third here, and it's good for a
back
first.
And forth? Okay, back and forth.
Here's Gibson on the read option. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so
Niggas ain't
far.
streaming it? That's
the legs
nasty.
are a little bit heavy. Sometimes
Neither one of y'all.
having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Mond.
Nigga put the share
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got
nigga put the share screen up. Not even.
Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown.
If it makes your shit go slow, then you could turn it off.
Washington able to make this a close game again.
I joined those shit, so.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 2.
That layup was nasty.
As they run up and send this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And makes it
Damn, the share screen not HD? Why does shit look like this?
23-yard line. About set for this next
Watching this
drive
shit
by the
in
Cowboys
360p right
offense.
now.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise,
yeah, that was definitely a steal.
Your team, you got to be careful right here.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Oh my God, that was nasty. Surprised they didn't block your shit.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Come on, Corey, we need to stop in the basket here, bro. This is your last chance.
On first down, Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Wow.
11 more yards that goal.
Who shot that?
First down as well.
Edwards? Okay. Yeah, good game.
They'll run with Pollard.
Good game.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse,
ain't over.
that would
You
help
get a 3,
open up this
you still
offense and
low-key
widen
in
this
it.
margin too.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
So, what am I talking about?
Prescott now from the 50. That's caught
Good game.
left side by Hardman. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Oh, that's
They just
disrespectful.
keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a give here to Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more. And he gets this one down to the 24. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice,
Corey,
because you're right. He
Corey might not pass it
especially
to them
that
at the
first
end,
half.
bro.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
18,
That's a good start
14.
for him.
I don't even know who that is.
He's gonna take a shot
Who was
from the
that?
end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Look at his picture. That
Let's
nigga is
check in with
ugly.
our referee.
They didn't even get Edwards. They didn't even give him a flick. They didn't even give him a flick. How you not give the #1 pick a flick? I bet LaMelo got a flick.
Real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend
1 minute in the 3rd quarter. He could probably end up chewing clock.
The extra point up and good.
He's up 23. He's up 23-14. But like I don't have a quarterback, bro. I need a quarterback, so I can't make shit happen.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's 2nd and 10. And here's a give to Gibson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mond looks to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's
This is like niggas do all that shit, bro, and don't even lock in.
Oh my fucking gosh, man. Fuck.
And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful.
Bro, this nigga in a sniper rifle.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
Take the flag, bro. Like, why are you... Come on, son.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Out there,
I just don't know. Like, this team I'm playing with
is
just not
offense.
grabbing the flag for some reason.
Pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Oh my God, bro! Like,
he'll drop to throw.
Lost.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mond out of the shotgun.
Oh, that'll be incomplete.
I didn't know that nigga
Boy,
was on
took
my
a
team,
shot as he
son.
let that go.
I didn't even know that nigga was in the league still.
He had to absorb
Stop
another
disrespecting.
little bump there from the defense. Another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And they go play action here. Mond. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Mond now off of play action. And a little floater there is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled
you playing E?
throughout,
What you doing?
and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just demoted me, son. Tight.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Well, this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Thomas has got it. Complete. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Washington on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Hop on the can in a second. I'm finishing up a Madden game. Ah, my gosh.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
play fake. Here's Prescott.
Oh, my gosh.
That is caught by Lamb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think
always get these niggas down in one shot. Always want to double team me after that.
They're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Bond going to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh my God, bro! Like
he finds his man complete. That's great. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Bond looks to throw on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mond. And he rifles one incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run. It's Gibson. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
He was panicking. Score, please. Thank you.
Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
Another one of my kills.
From the gun, here's Mond.
He's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
McLaughlin for the extra point.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the clock shows 55 seconds to play as they line up for a critical onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they try the right side here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one.
Is Petty?
What you mean?
What'd you say?
No, the game's over.
You just scored?
Yeah, and then I tried the onside kick. He got it.
Wait, what level? I'm at 28.
But Charles, we saw it come back.
Corey's at 29. I mean, niggas got popped. They double. You niggas could